Hey everybody, this is Shock. I'd like to give a shout out to Crazy Jason. If you haven't already subscribed to him, please do that at the end of this video. If you haven't checked out Kakalaki Movie Madness, it's worth a viewing. Today I'd like to make a response video to a video that he made about your 10 most, or he made 25 most rewatchable films vid, and I just want to do 10 of my most rewatchable films, starting with Iron Man. Not only filled with a lot of action, but it's also hilarious. It's directed by Jon Favreau. I must have seen this about 25 times, and it still doesn't get old. Next up is The Dark Knight. Directed by Chris Nolan. It's a very long film, but I must have seen it about 10 or 15 times, including a couple of times at the cinema. Just an epic film. Next up is Dracula, Bram Stoker's Dracula, directed by Francis Ford Coppola. One thing he said he wanted was for people not to be able to trust their eyes, especially in the castle part at the beginning. So he played with the shadows. It's just a very unique film. It's Bram Stoker's Dracula. I must have seen this around 30 times. Also have this on VHS. Next up is Halloween, directed by John Carpenter. I think I watch this every year on Halloween. It never gets old. Great movie. This is the Anchor Bay edition. Next up is The Hunt for Red October. This is directed by John McTiernan. It's incredible how he builds suspense inside a submarine. I must have seen this about 35 or 40 times, including at the cinema. Just a great film. Action-packed. Next is Serenity. This is directed by Joss Whedon. This is a continuation of the Firefly episodes. But you don't have to watch Firefly in order to get into it. Just an excellent movie. Next up is Pulp Fiction. I must have seen this about 35 or 40 times, including at the cinema. This is the collector's edition. I did a in-depth review of this one on my channel. Please go check that one out. I notice something new every time I watch it. Next up is The Town, directed by Ben Affleck. I'm not the biggest fan of the extended edition. I still like the original a little bit more. Just a great movie. Next up is Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Hilarious, infinitely quotable. Great movie. This comes with a cynotype and a book. Just an excellent movie. Cracks me up every time I watch it. Down to 2, and my number 2 is Drive. I must have seen this about 40 times, including the cinema. Just an amazing movie. There's not a lot of dialogue in this one, but does it pull you in? Drama and suspense. Just great. And last but certainly not least is my favorite film of all time, directed by Akira Kurosawa. It's Seven Samurai. I barely have words to describe this film. It's incredible. Every time I watch it, I get a lump in my throat. This is the Criterion release. DVD. It's just amazing. Once you see it, you'll understand why it's my favorite film of all time. Alright, please post a video letting me know what is your 10 favorite, most rewatchable films. And I thank you for watching.